Hello there. Um, I'm trying to make this video. I'm trying to make it as short as possible because I see some videos on YouTube that kind of similar, and I'm not the one to make videos or or just go out and speak in public or anything like that. But I thought it necessary to explain what the things that's been going on. It seems like I've been in a twilight zone myself. I just watched a video about a man that about the number 11. So, and let me just tell you the little story. It's not that long. I was in West Texas. I'm not going to give any cities or anything, and I was working at a pizza parlor there. Um, and I was to deliver pizzas. So it was mainly at night. So it was dark, after midnight. We was the only place open, so most people would call our place. And all of a sudden, this was in the mid 90s. Uh, these big, the street lights on the side of main roads, big, tall street lights. Well, ever so often, right when my car would get right beside it, or just maybe 10 foot before it, it would go off. And at first, I didn't think anything of it. Um, I probably didn't even notice it the first few times it happened. But as time went on, I noticed this was happening all the time. I mean, when I would try to expect it, it would never happen. It was always at a time when it was unexpected. And it seemed like I always took 20 to 25 to 30 trips at night to, deliver pizzas. And I would try to expect it 5 to 6 times, and then I'd forget all about it. I'd forget about it. And then all of a sudden, me not thinking about it, I'm driving the road and the street light goes that exact position as before. And this went on for, 4 or 5 months. And I could not get my mind off. I was listening to Christian, I was listening to a Christian radio station. I think it was Adventures in Odyssey. There wasn't much on at that time, so that came on, and I always listened to it. And I always looked forward to it. The stories was quite, was well done. But let me get back to my point. This was going on like 4 or 5 months, and then I guess it was about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was coming back to my employment, where I worked, pizza place, and I was in the turn lane, fixing to turn. It was probably, like I said, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and the street light right across from my work, which this one has never went out before. I mean, right when I pulled there to stop, it went out. So I just stopped. I hesitated. I just kept my car still and looked up at the light, and I just asked God. I said, "Why is this happening? I can't. What are you trying to tell me something?" And at that moment, there was this van going about 120 miles an hour in the oncoming traffic past me with no headlights on. I mean, goodness, I would have never seen it until it just got right beside me. But to make a long story short, if I would have turned the time I was supposed to have turned without stopping and hesitating to look at that line, I'd be dead, because there's no way I would have survived a oncoming collision like that. But, alright, the next day, it never happened again. The light didn't. No lights went off. I look forward to seeing it. Not ever. So I gave that a warning from God that He stopped me from having this horrible accident. And now the reason I bring this up, about 10 months ago, like I said, the first time, this was in the mid 90s. Now this is now February the 2nd, 2013. About 9 months ago, this started happening again. I have a son now. Back then, I was just barely married and had a daughter that's a newborn now. That daughter's grown, and I have a son that's still in the house. He's 14, and ever so often, from 8 months ago to now, a light will go off. We both notice it. I mean, it's just constantly. When we try to notice it like before, it doesn't happen. But when we don't, we see it. And for months, months now, I've been praying to God. I said, last time you saved me from something. So what are you trying to tell me this time? Is it even from you? I hope so. It would be an awful big coincidence for this light to do it when my pickup goes right beside a major street light, different places all the time, at the same place as last time, and it goes out. So, after watching this man's video about the 11 he kept seeing, and then this nuclear explosion in his dream, now I didn't have any dreams or any visions or anything, so let me get that straight now. And also, we need to be real wary about saying things that aren't true, because one thing God is, you don't want to lie. That's one of the abominable sins, try to stay away from that. But, this, 8 or 9 months this was going on, and till today, it's like a light bulb went off in my head. It was like not a vision, but, clarity. What this light, this is what I interpreted. Now I could be wrong, but I'm going to ask tonight before I go to bed. I'm going to pray and ask God to verify what I think it is. That I know the Lord's coming is so near, so near. It's too many prophecies are coming true for that hasn't before, and the time of Christ's coming is just so near. But what I think, this light that goes off, the light bulb in my head went off, is when the rapture happens, that there's going to be a sudden, this energy that's going to cause the rapture to happen. It's a radiation energy that God uses for us to transform into our new bodies, kind of like the Shroud of Turin, that picture there. It had to have been some kind of miracle. Well, it's going to cause an EMP pulse, and all the world is going to be without electricity. This is what takes peace from the earth, I believe, in the second seal, the red horse. Now I don't know about the Antichrist. I know many people thinking it's Obama. I'm not going to get into that discussion because I really don't know. I'm waiting to get verification from God. I've been praying about that, but as my story goes, I believe the rapture is very soon, and I'm not a date setter either. No. Don't get me wrong. I just know it's near, and we definitely need to be ready. So I think, like I said, I could be wrong. I think it's this, when the rapture happens, we're going to have this EMP pulse that's going to cause the whole world to be without electric for a period of time. And that's going to cause a great catastrophe. Let me tell you, we are so vulnerable for our electric grids. And if this happens, there's going to be chaos. So what I suggest, now even if I'm wrong, here's what I still suggest is, if you don't know Christ, this is, I know a lot of people, when I first got saved, I got saved in August of 1988. Matter of fact, it was August 14th of 88, a Sunday night. And I was very rebellious at that time. I believe I was 19 years old, wearing an earring and long hair to the middle of my back, and very rebellious spirit. The only reason I even went to church because the family I was living with said I could live with them if I went to church, so I did. I thought I could take it for 1 or 2 hours a week and endure. Thank God they said that, because one night, it was that August 14th of 88, the Holy Spirit called me to get saved, and I've never been the same since. So If I can get saved, anybody can, because, like I said, I was so rebellious. And the time is so short. Jesus loved you so much, and He died for you. He shed His blood for you to be saved. And people want to use religion as a way to get saved. It's a relationship. It's not man's way, it's God's way. It's a free gift. First seek Him. Blessed are the preacher's feet because they preach the gospel. And then if you hear the gospel, you'll be pulled by the Holy Spirit. And that's the job of the Holy Spirit, is to pull you. So don't wait, because it could be too late tomorrow. So that's all I wanted to say. God bless, and till the next time.